So climbing's a pretty awesome sport, but I think it's safe to say it can be pretty dangerous. Out of choice we choose to climb up things, and especially in bouldering, we then choose to fall off them onto squishy mats without much protection. Now, it's pretty easy to go climbing, to go bouldering, some chill stuff, to not fall off, and have a really safe day. But when you start to push things, it can get a bit hairy. Now, it's also very easy to fall off and not actually hurt yourself. You just sort of roll down a bit, fall on the floor, have a bit of a laugh. You can have some pretty hairy falls when you start getting into the dynamic steep climbing, and actually it can really make you a scupper and you can see some real big falls. This is something that I personally found out when I fell off bouldering on a very steep dynamic climb and snapped my ACL. Now, it's not just falling off things that can injure us. As climbers, we also pull on some really small, ickle-bickle things, and that can cause some finger injuries. Now, all of these different kinds of injuries don't necessarily mean you can't be immersed in the world of climbing. Today, we're going to run through some real quick things that you can do while you're injured like myself to stay in the world of climbing, get stronger, learn some new skills, and go some new adventures. The first thing that you can do is sort out your climbing gear. Now, a lot of us have loads of different types of gear all over the place. Now's the time to check it for safety, give it a good clean with the appropriate equipment, and generally sort through so when you do get back to climbing, you are able to jump 100% back in. The next thing that you might want to think about doing is I bet you have a load of climbing footage sitting on a GoPro, sitting on your phone that you've been meaning to edit into a video or into a little montage. Well, now's the time to learn some software, get it up in a video, get it on social media, and share your awesome sends. Now, just because you have never edited a video before doesn't mean you can't. All Macs come with iMovie, and there's some awesome free editing software for Windows. Go check them out, go learn some video for yourself for the future, and you'll also do a new skill. Now, the next thing that you can be focusing on is your rehab and your injury prevention for next time. Now, a massive part of being injured is getting back to the sport that you love, so getting back to be able to climb. That means being stronger, being more flexible, and doing everything you can to get your body back into a shape to be able to climb. It's not just about rehab though. Now's the time to do some injury prevention. Why not work on developing your core, developing your flexibility, so when you get back to your full-time climbing, you're less likely to have that finger injury, you're less likely to fall off because you'll be stronger and better. Another awesome thing that injury time allows you to do is to explore different adventurous activities. You can't go climbing, but you can still go adventuring, depending on how debilitating your injury was. To start with my ACL, I couldn't walk, but there's still lots of adventures that you can find yourself doing. Why not take up paddleboarding? Why not go kayaking? Why not go wild camping with your friends for the weekend? There are so many ways that you can stay in the adventurous climbing lifestyle without needing to actually be climbing. Now, the final massively important one for me is use this time to reflect, recuperate, and get stronger. Now, there's a reason you got injured in the first place. It may be because you weren't strong enough, but I want you to sit down, write down, why did I get injured? For me, I was in a reckless state of mind. I was fresh out of uni, I was watching big and best bouldering videos on YouTube. I thought I could do anything I want. Safe to say my body wouldn't let me. You've reflected, let's get strong. If you're able to, get on the hangboard. If it's a finger injury, don't. But there are so many different gym exercises you can do to get yourself super strong and ready when you do get back into climbing. Remember, when you do start climbing again, don't jump back in 100% because your body will still be slightly weaker in certain areas. Your mind won't be used to it. You won't be as proficient as you were, depending on how long you've taken off. So just ease yourself back in. Well, there you go. Just because you're injured in climbing doesn't mean that you can't stay climbing. Remember, you could be sorting your gear, making an awesome video, doing some strength conditioning, rehab and prevention, and reflecting on why you got injured in the first place. Thanks for joining me for today's video, guys. I've been Liam, I've been your host for today's LKS climbing video. I hope you've learned something for this little injury snippet of a video we've got. If you've enjoyed this content and want to see more stuff like this, give us a subscribe, that would be amazing to me. Give us a like, give us a dislike if that's the kind of thing you're into. Stay safe, train hard,